Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Good evening and welcome to opening night. It is opening night for us on STSPN.com. I'm Mark Aucutt along with Todd Elvig and Sarah Elvig. Tom Lafferty is going to stop by in the fourth quarter, and we are geared, primed, and ready for high school basketball. Tonight we've got boys basketball, and that features the Arlington Eagles here at Jackson High School against the Jackson Timberwolves. Again, it is STSPN. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952, is your presenting sponsor. Thank you, Les Schwab Tires. Also on board for the broadcast, Adrenaline Fundraising, American Family Insurance, Bickford Ford, Grit Handcrafted Wood, that's a new one this year, Home Comfort Alliance, Les Schwab Tires, certainly a big part of the broadcast, McDaniel's Do It Best Hardware, an original sponsor since 2010, Monster Energy Drink, U.S. Military, Army, Navy, and Marines, and the Washington Officials Association, represented by Jeff Matson. That's a full plate right there. And Todd, it is great to be back. It is great to get rolling with this. And I am definitely ready as these two teams match up to get things rolling.
Yeah, I tell you what, I've just been dying to get back in the gym. One thing, it's warm in here. That's one thing.
Oh, it is warm, yeah.
And the other thing is that we're like right down on the court, right next to the people.
That is really a lot of fun. We're in row 3, so we're up a little bit, but at the same time, we got some depth perception, and I've always loved coming here since the 90s when Jackson High School opened up. This has always been a real fun gym. It's big. I think they can put 3,500, 4,000 in here. And we're going to get to the starting lineups right away, too. Nick Brown is in his 17th year as the head coach at Arlington High School, and he is in his 30th overall at Arlington. So he's had a fantastic run here with the Eagles as they come in as a visiting team. And he's going to announce this lineup starting as a guard at 6'2", a junior, Jake Willis. Also a 6'1" guard forward, senior Silas Miller. You've got Leighton Martin starting as a 6-foot guard. He is a junior. Cade Hunter, a 6-foot guard, is a junior. And Billy Cowie is a 6'6" post player. He is a junior. So you've got Willis, Miller, Martin, Hunter, and Cowie is starting for the Arlington Eagles. Taking a look across the other direction, it is the Jackson Timberwolves. Steve Johnson's the head coach. He's in his 22nd season. So, yes, these coaches have gone up against each other many times. And for Jackson, they announced this starting lineup. It will be Ryan McPherron, a 6'7" forward wing. He is a senior. Also, Seamus Williams, a 6-foot guard, sophomore. Trey Hawkins, a 6'1" guard wing. He's a senior. Drew Pepin is a 6'4" wing, a junior. And Henry Johnson, a 6'6" forward, is a senior. So it's going to be Jackson with a bigger lineup, a taller lineup. They have a 6'7" player and a 6'6" player. Again, Ryan McPherron, Seamus Williams, Trey Hawkins, Drew Pepin, and Henry Johnson going for the T-Wolves. And looking at assistant coaches, we've got Mason Massengale and Billy Sullivan for head coach Steve Johnson. And then over on the other side for Arlington, Jeff Bryson, Anthony Whitus, Drew Bryson, and Judd Hunter as his assistant coaches. And Todd, we got a real good amount of great sponsors on board. We've also got the player of the game. It's sponsored by Adrenaline Fundraising and David Wright, which is certainly nice. And tell us about this new one, Grit Handcrafted Wood. They're proud parent sponsors of the Larson brothers.
They are, and actually, he's a assistant coach down there at Snohomish, and he and his brother have been going out and getting wood from people, and they cut it up and they create furniture out of it. And he said, we'd like to sponsor that shirt, and maybe get a few people to come out and say, hey, listen, we've got a log in the backyard, come get it and make us a table. But no, they
And
really
that, you
like.
say Skykomish?
No, Snohomish.
Oh, at Snohomish. Okay, yeah.
And they are really fond of that proud parent of an athlete. They can wear that, and it's got our logo on the front. Says "As seen on TV."
As seen on TV.
As seen on TV.
And the athletes just love it. You've been giving those away for several years, and it's really fun.
No, this is for the parent.
Oh, for the parents again.
Yeah, so yeah, we still
well,
have the
yeah,
same
you had the
player
student
game.
one, but now you've got parent ones.
Right.
Oh my gosh, taken to the next level again. Just like that new computer, that laptop you got over there.
No,
it looks like a helicopter. Does it land itself on the pad there?
Well, pretty much, but yeah, it's something. But if you don't have the horsepower, you can't do the.
No, you can't drive the engine. The thing is that if someone were to come in here, they would go, "Oh my gosh, what technology you have!" And he does. All right, we're going to take a break. It's STSPN.com. We'll be back after this timeout. Welcome back. We are here live at Jackson High School, home of the Timberwolves. I do want to get you the officials, Eric Ifland, Shane Day, and Chris Soterakopoulos. I just look forward to saying that name about 2 or 3 times tonight. Soterakopoulos, and definitely familiar faces to us, and we're underway. We are underway. Here we go. First broadcast of the year on STSPN.com, and you've got well over 30 of them coming your way, including a doubleheader we have tomorrow night at Glacier Peak.
Yeah, more than 40.
Oh, look at that one getting back. More than 40. That was a good follow-up right there by Leighton Martin as he gets those Arlington Eagles on the scoreboard here early on to get rolling at Jackson High School. Presenting sponsor, Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing since 1952. That would be 71 years of doing the right thing. We got a foul on the floor and no 1-1 this year. That is going to be a foul against Silas Miller. It's his first foul, first team foul. Just out of bounds.
We remember somebody called Silas.
Yeah, Silas Williams, who played for the Jackson Timberwolves, now up at Skagit Valley Community College. That's a nice-looking shot. He just couldn't get it to drop. And the Eagles get the board coming out of backcourt. Nice lead pass there on the outlet. And that's going to go out of bounds. 7:09 to go here in the first half. You got the hookup there to the Dectronics, kind of?
We're yeah, kind of.
So I'll give the times then. You're good with that? There's a nice outside shot. It looked good from this angle, but they've missed a couple of so far here in the first quarter as Arlington will come out of backcourt leading 2-0 on a quick basket by Leighton Martin. Mark Aucutt along with Todd Elvig, Sarah Elvig on the camera, and we've also got Tom Lafferty stopping by in the fourth quarter. We're going to talk some basketball and football. Underneath, Leighton Martin gets another one. He's got 4 points. It's Leighton Martin 4 and Jackson nothing so far as the Timberwolves will bring it out of backcourt. We are in Mill Creek, the city of Mill Creek, where we bring you the broadcast worldwide. And we got some numbers to go over on how things went last year, numbers-wise as far as viewership all over the world, which has always been a lot of fun to talk to people in different countries.
And that's using real math, by the way.
Yes, it is real math.
Per viewer.
Look at this guy, Leighton Martin with a steal. And, he should have just gone off the glass. You know, that one is nerve-wracking as a coach because there was 2 points easy. Now they go the other way. That's a 4-point swing as Trey Hawkins pops it in, and it's 4-2. Jackson getting on the scoreboard, just under 6 minutes to go. 5:52, in fact, here in the first quarter at Jackson. Now, he thought shot a little far out there. It's a taller lineup against a smaller lineup, but then you also got the quickness of the guards out there for Arlington. As I have the breakdown, I'll get to you as far as the classes are concerned. Arlington averages 6'1" in height, and Jackson averages 6'2.5". Great follow-up right there. That is Ryan McFerrin, and we are tied for the first time at 4-4 on STSPN.com, going worldwide. Drive in. Didn't quite make it work that time. He's missed a couple in a row inside. But a bump going in. That's going to be 2 shots. Foul is going to be called against Silas Miller. Now, that's his second foul, second team foul, so he's got both of them. And at the foul line will be Drew Pepin. 2 shots, and now Jackson's on top after trailing 4-0. Lead switching hands for the first time. 5:09 to go, first quarter. Next one floats in. And a 2-point lead for the Jackson Timberwolves. Arlington, a beautiful community up to the north. And a foul is called. That is going to be whistled against, let me double check here. Mason Engen, as he put it up on 20. Let's see, no, 2. That's going to be called against Leighton Martin. No, make that Seamus Williams. His first team. Well, there's a 3-pointer from the right side corner pocket, and that is going to be Silas Miller coming through, and that gives Arlington the lead as it switches hands. They're up by 1, 7-6. Jackson working their way in now, going to cut it back outside. 4:32 to go in the first quarter. Working baseline. Nice looking move right there. That's Drew Pepin coming through. He's got half the points for the Jackson Timberwolves. 2 from the field, 2 from the foul line. And it is an 8-7 lead. We might see this tonight. I think these teams overall are pretty evenly matched. Again, Jackson with the height advantage, but Arlington's going to be running and making things happen from those guards out there. They got 4 guards playing right now. Oh, man, they missed 2 of them. You got to make at least one of those right there. The first one had a higher degree of difficulty. The second one, he should have taken a little bit more time. And there's another one forced up. So, it's opening night, and there's definitely that opening night feel out there and some jitters. So these teams trying to get in sync, and he steps out of bounds. That guy stepping out of bounds is Seamus Williams. And the substitution is Arlington will have the basketball now. Coming into front court, 3:35 to go in the first quarter. It's an 8-7 lead for Jackson. The lead has switched hands twice. Look at that, underneath. And a reverse on the back door. That was a sweet-looking play. Leighton Martin now with 6 points in the game. Arlington's glad to have him back. Good defensive player, too. There's a long-range jumper. That was just absolutely perfect. Drew Pepin now opening things up. He's got 7 points in the game. As this one switches hands again, already switching hands for the 4th time. Just off the mark, hit the outside of the rim, and Jackson will pull it down. 2-point lead for the T-Wolves, and they have a chance to get their biggest lead in the game. The biggest lead for Arlington, 4-0 so far, 4 points. Pull-up jumper. Oh, nice touch. Trey Hawkins has 5 points, and that expands the lead to 4 points for Jackson, matching what Arlington had earlier. 2:32 to go in the first quarter. Bingo. Coming through that time, Silas Miller. He's got 5 points, and it's a 2-point game. Todd, I really like the flow of this game.
Yeah, this is good basketball. And I thought it was going to be good because, Arlington's never a slouch. Jackson's never a slouch. So,
No, neither team is.
But first game of the season, you never know what's going to happen.
That's true. And you lose some players and try to get things set. Well, it looks like the foul is going to go against Leighton Martin. His first foul. Team foul number 3. T-Wolves making a sub, and we have now at the baseline Trey Hawkins, who's got 4 points, about to inbound. Some good inside play, too, with those soft shots. I'm such a big fan, Todd, of the mid-range jumper, and I'll definitely be talking about it throughout the season. Now, their glamour shots, the 3, and he's got all the glamour right there. What a quarter for Drew Pepin coming through with 10 points, 10 of the 16 for Jackson. They're up by 5. That's their biggest lead of the game. Well, he should have used the board on that one or gone straight in. He got in between as Jackson will have the basketball. 1:34 to go in the first quarter. Good rebound of his own miss.
I think they're a little traveling.
Traveling has been called. I have that as the first turnover for either team. It's just been back and forth missed shots. So we're pretty deep into the first quarter. 1:27 to go in the first, and Arlington moving the ball around here with the dribble. Oh, my gosh, what a great reverse that was. Leighton Martin, he really put some great spin on that shot, and it is now 8 points for him and 13 for Arlington. Down it goes. Man, Drew Pepin is having himself a game. He's got 13 of the 19 points for Jackson. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. 19-13, 6-point lead, their biggest of the game. Well, it's one or the other. It's either Drew Pepin or Leighton Martin for Arlington. Look at this. Doggone. 15 of the 21 points here in the first quarter. It's an 8-point lead for Jackson, and Pepin's beating him in every way possible, Todd. He's 2 for 2 from the line. He's made 4 points and 2-pointers, and he has 9 points and 3-pointers. He is scoring points for the cycle.
There might have been almost a little travel there because he kind of did a little stutter when he got that ball.
Yeah, well, they turn it over anyway, and with 16.9 on the clock, it is going to be Jackson ball. They lead by 8 points. They could put this one into double figures here in the first quarter. They have lit up the scoreboard, and Drew Pepin just on fire in this one.
Love that.
Oh, look at that. Leighton Martin with a quick steal right there.
Oh.
Not going to count that one with the turnover. And it's going to go back to Jackson. 5.3 on the clock, up by 8 points. Here they go. Better get moving the other direction there. We know. Blocking foul. That's going to be called against Leighton Martin, which will be his second foul, fourth team. So Martin has 2 fouls. Silas Miller has 2 fouls. And they'll just inbound 0.6 on the clock as this will wind down. Well, if they were to hit somebody with the perfect pass, 0.6, you can make that work if you catch and release right away. I'm not talking about, pretty close. Oh. Did they count it?
Yeah.
They're going to count it. That's exactly what I was talking about. And the basket by Ryan McFerrin at the buzzer. So they did exactly what you had to do to get it. It's a 10-point lead for Jackson by a score of 23-13. We're going to the second quarter right after this. Welcome back to Jackson High School, home of the Timberwolves. I'm Mark Aucutt with Todd Elvig and Sarah Elvig, Tom Lafferty later. And it's a 23-13 lead for the Jackson Timberwolves. They're going to have the basketball to start the second quarter. The 10 points, their biggest lead of the game, and just an incredible finish by Ryan McFerrin. He had a two-pointer just inside the line as the official let us know right away that it was a two-pointer, but Nick Brown wasn't too happy. He thought the shot was let go of after the buzzer went off. There was .6 on the clock. Look at this, McFerrin again. Great entry pass that time, too. Coming through that time, finding him was Henry Johnson. And that's winning part of the battle with the great pass. 12-point lead for Jackson as they're pulling away right now, and that height advantage is playing to their advantage. Not to mention this incredible shooting by the Timberwolves. Leading scorer Drew Pepin. He's got 15 points, 3 3-pointers, 2 2-pointers, and 2 for 2 from the line. Yeah, that height advantage is really playing a factor as Johnson pulls down the board, and then they turn it over. Jackson has 3 turnovers in the game, and Arlington with 2. The Eagles will inbound.
Junior community service there.
Yeah, a loose bottle of, what is it, Sport A or Gatorade came flying my way from one of the youngsters in here. Wasn't aimed at me specifically, I don't think. But I can't confirm that. So I rolled it back to him. Our buddy Brenda Black is here, the and original trainer. No, not the original, but very close. She came in year number 2, year number 3. And that's going back a ways for Jackson High School. And she's doing, it looks like, some needlepoint here. So we'll keep you posted on how that's going. There's Leighton Martin with the ball. It's always great to see her.
We have to try and get her to do some needlepoint of STSPN.
Of the logo. Yeah, what a great idea. Jackson with the board. Less than 7 minutes to go now here in the second quarter. Kind of sometimes let the pitchers tell the story. And, that's probably one of the challenges is to doing a lot of radio play-by-play through the years is when you go to TV, you kind of got to ease off the gas just a little bit and let the pitchers tell the story. There's a blocking foul.
Sorry about that.
We got coming up here. So that's on Jackson Trotter, his first foul. And that is team foul number 5. Out of bounds. So what were you going to say there, Todd?
I was just going to say it allows you to give a little background to a few things while they're watching.
That's another thing. You can give some more in-depth information as we go along here tonight. The Jackson in the white uniforms with the green letters, numbers, and trim. Arlington in their classic blue uniforms with the gold and white numbers and trim. Nice catch and release right there. That was a picture-perfect play. Jackson Trotter just in the game, and they're looking for a spark plug out there. He may very well be that. As in the first quarter, Leighton Martin's coming up with 8 points, 5 points for Silas Miller, and that was it, just 2 scores. Jackson had 3 scores, and most of it by Drew Pepin with 15. 5:53 to go in the second. That's going to rattle around.
A little bit like a carry there.
Love watching Ryan McFerrin. He's 6'7", and look at this. Good job bringing the ball out of back court, too. A little between-the-legs dribble. When you got a big man that can handle the basketball, that just gives you another dimension. Off the right side of the rim, Arlington's going to try to go flag it down. And it's going to stay with Jackson. Jackson's going to sub in. Seamus Williams is in, and Joseph Eichhorn, a junior, is in. Subbing out a couple of players, and one of them is McFerrin. Looking at the two teams, Arlington has 3 seniors, 5 juniors, 2 sophomores, 1 freshman, and that would be a total of 11 on the roster. For Jackson, 4 seniors, 3 juniors, 1 sophomore, 2 freshmen. They've got 10 of them on their roster. Not a lot of depth, really, when you think about the size of the roster, 11 and 10, but I think these guys that are out there we've seen are going to get a lot of action through the year. Oh, count that, baby. Trotter coming in. Foul's going to go against Jackson Raby. Raby with his first foul. Heading to the foul line will be Jackson Trotter, he's got a chance at a three-point play. That's team foul number 1 here. So things are a bit different now as they go similar to women's college basketball and get rid of the 1-and-1. It's shooting fouls. You get to 5, then you're shooting all the time. I really enjoy that. When they made the change in the 2015-16 season at the women's collegiate level, that made it pretty fun. Games really have a great pace to them. Arlington with the rebound. They'll come out of backcourt. 4:40 to go in the second quarter. Seems like we just signed on.
Yeah. Have you checked with quality control?
Yeah, we need to check and see how things are going at our quality control station. And we've got that going on at Magnolia, Washington, where we purposely have it out of town so we can check from a different perspective and high energy, high tech down there. Boy, they missed a couple of inside shots. That's been a nemesis for them because they've cut the lead down to 6. We got a timeout on the floor. Let's check this one out. This is a 30-second time, and Jackson calling it right now. We'll take a break. It is 4:11 to go in the second quarter. 25-19, Jackson.
For 45 years, Snohomish County homeowners have relied on Home Comfort Alliance for heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical because of their award-winning customer service. Thousands of reviews reference Home Comfort Alliance as professional, knowledgeable, efficient, and technicians who are courteous, and they take the time to explain things. For all your home comfort systems, call 1-833-COMFORT and make your life more comfortable with Home Comfort Alliance.
So, Todd, Home Comfort Alliance is now what GNS Plumbing or Heating and Air Conditioning
And plumbing
was.
now.
And plumbing. They got plumbing now, too. So there was a couple of companies that merged, and that's Home Comfort Alliance, correct?
Right. It used to be GNS, and I'm not really sure who I think it was something Comfort. I think that they picked up another company in Everett.
Okay.
But, they're people.
Well, I'll tell you what's great about it. They're still on the air with us, and we appreciate that immensely.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another one. Pepin's got 4 3-pointers, and I don't think he's missed one. He's 4 for 4. Back to a 9-point lead for the Jackson Timberwolves, 3:45 to go. Second quarter action, and they've held court throughout most of this now. Arlington got off to a 4-0 start, and then Jackson scored 6 straight, and Arlington took a 7-6 lead. And once Jackson got it to 11-9, they took off.
Well, I think you have the opportunity to play a little bit looser when you're up a few points.
Oh, yeah. All right, McFerrin triple team, throws it up. It's one of those where you go, if that goes in,
Exactly.
Seriously? Jackson with the ball coming up on 3 minutes to go in the second. Little flat. McFerrin right there. Ryan McFerrin has 8 points, 4 in each quarter. Arlington's calling a 30. We're going to take a quick timeout as well. 3 exactly on the clock, an 11-point lead for Jackson, 30-19. Okay, 3 minutes to go, second quarter. So how you doing? I was actually on assignment during the fall stretch and doing a lot of public address for the UW and also Seattle Pacific. And so I am like spring loaded getting out here tonight. And I think I'm doing 9 for you before we hit the postseason.
Yeah, well, it's been a really...
Count that basket and a foul. They'll have a foul shot. Billy Cooey, as the foul goes up against Jackson. That's her second of the quarter, and that foul is going to be against Henry Johnson, his first.
We surpassed our all-time record on viewership on the Lake Stevens versus West Lynn football game.
Oh, nice.
Over 9,000.
Wow. That's incredible. That's absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
You know, and that when you go and have those kind of numbers, and we like to share that with our advertisers and our audience to know, hey, we're reaching a lot of people.
And again, that's individual viewers.
Individual viewers.
That's not using that fuzzy math.
No, there's a family of 6.
Yeah, there's that's right.
We're going to add all 6 people in there. 9,000. Incredible. Jackson, he's sailing through there. Clayton Martin loses a handle on it. That's off. You'll see that was off angle. 2:04 to go here in the second quarter. It's a 9-point lead for Jackson. Their biggest lead has been 12. The game has switched hands 4 times, but not for a while, and it's been tied once. Mark Aucutt, Todd Elvig bringing you the action on STSPN.com. A lot of familiar faces down at the scoring table. A lot of those guys have been here for years, I think, since it opened. That's a beautiful shot. Trey Hawkins now has 6 points, and it's back to an 11-point lead for Jackson. They are definitely in command of this one. 1:27 to go in the second quarter. Pull-up jumper, no, way off. Batted out of there. Yep, he's going to get a hold of it. A great hustle. I tell you, all night long so far for Leighton Martin. That's going to go out. We got a foul right here. Foul's going to go against Ryan McPherson. That's his first foul. 3 team fouls against Jackson now. And in for Arlington will be guard Hudson Miller. Miller's just a sophomore. Jackson has a couple of freshmen on the roster that got called up. Okay, a foul on Seamus Williams. That's his second. 4th team foul. Now in for Jackson. For Williams is Joseph Eichhorn. He saw some action in the first quarter. 32-21. Jackson by 11. 1:17 to go in the second quarter here at Jackson High School on STSPN.com. There's a drive. Pull-up jumper just inside the foul line. Smart-looking move there by Jake Willis, a junior. So here in the quarter, Arlington has 8 points. Should have 10 points. And the basket is good by Ryan McPherson. He's got 6 in the quarter, 10 in the game.
He looks
Drew
like he's
Pepin
about
has
30 feet tall.
Yeah, he does. He is a lanky but athletic ball player out there. He's been a big presence out here in this first half, not only with scoring but with rebounding, like right there. 37 seconds to go in the second quarter here at Jackson. That's down. Oh, what a great pass. Pass and grab, and he's going to draw the foul. That has been a really fun player to watch here in the first half. Drew Pepin, he's got 18 points. He had 15 in the first quarter. He's hit 4 3-pointers. This will be his second trip to the line. He and Jackson are 2 for 2. That coming in the first quarter. Make it 3 for 3. One more, and he's got 20. For Arlington is Silas Miller. Go ahead.
Do you know who this ref is right here?
Yes. I believe that is Chris Soterakopoulos.
Yeah, well, he's got some good moves there because he was just showing how the foul, and he got his whole body into that thing.
When did this become Saturday Night Fever?
That's what I'm saying. You saw it. Yeah.
Yeah. Staying alive. 13-point lead for Jackson. And 25 seconds to go. Shot clock is just a little bit of difference on it. Like about half a second. Arlington doing some weaving out there. Gosh, it feels good to be back out in the gym. All right. Leighton Martin, he's been shut off. He's going to swing one left side. 4 seconds. Oh, that was a work of art right there. And the buzzer goes off. Silas Miller getting a 3, his second of the game. He's got 8 points total, and it was a great job by Leighton Martin running the clock down and then hooking a pass over to him. So it is a 10-point game as Jackson leads 36-26, and that's the kind of thing you want to do, Todd, going into the locker room and say, hey, we can make those kind of plays and getting it done. So good job by them. We are STSPN.com, your home for high school sports worldwide. And great to see a lot of people out here tonight enjoying the game. And we are getting rolling tonight for over 40 games for the season. We'll be back with the second half shortly before the second half. We'll have highlights in there and advertisements for you from our great sponsors. Thanks for being with us. We'll be back with more.
SWCC is an acronym, and it stands for Special Warfare Combatant Craft Crewman.
You know, you can stand across from the guy and say, you know what, he's got your back. And, you know, that's the guy you're counting on. If something goes wrong, he's going to be there.
In the end, we're fighting for each other.
Here on the team, you know, about 22 of us on the boat. You know them personally, so you know exactly whose life you have in your hands.
Everyone's come together, and everyone's sole mission is to do their job individually as best they can to benefit everyone else in the boat.
I got a brotherhood, and it's a real brotherhood, and it's a loyal and honest brotherhood, and that's what matters.
Come with us. The new generation. The next level. Sending it big.
You're in for a good run. Let's go.
Come with us to the track, to the trails, to the slopes, to the surf, to the fight, to the race.
Look at this!
To the 4 a.m. starts. Training harder, pushing further, hitting back, hard. To the fans, to the followers, and the haters. Come with us to the blood, to the sweat, and the broken bones. Cue rehab. We never quit. We never give up. We take control. To the world titles. To the world's first. The world's best. Come with us. We're just getting started.
It's going to be so much fun. I promise you.
In 1934, Bickford Ford opened their doors in Snohomish, Washington, and they've been an active part of the community ever since. So when you're looking for a new Ford truck, SUV, or hybrid, or if you want to take advantage of your current car's value, start at the place you can trust, the one that's been around for 89 years and is Western Washington's #1 volume Ford dealership. Family-owned Bickford Ford on Bickford Avenue in Snohomish or online at bickford.net.
For every generation, it has started with the call to serve. Discovering the purpose and the belonging earned with the title. Learning to dig deep and push through adversity together. Defending our nation and its people. It is a life of great worth and reward. But Marines are never really finished serving. Their commitment comes full circle, visible in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis, always faithful, always Marine, marking a path for the next generation.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
For 45 years, Snohomish County homeowners have relied on Home Comfort Alliance for heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical because of their award-winning customer service. Thousands of reviews reference Home Comfort Alliance as professional, knowledgeable, efficient, and technicians who are courteous, and they take the time to explain things. For all your home comfort systems, call 1-833-COMFORT and make your life more comfortable with Home Comfort Alliance.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
In 1934, Bickford Ford opened their doors in Snohomish, Washington, and they've been an active part of the community ever since. So when you're looking for a new Ford truck, SUV, or hybrid, or if you want to take advantage of your current car's value, start at the place you can trust, the one that's been around for 89 years and is Western Washington's #1 volume Ford dealership. Family-owned Bickford Ford on Bickford Avenue in Snohomish or online at bickford.net.
The future is threatened by enemies often unrelenting, unexpected, and unpredictable. In the midst of an uncertain and evolving world, the need for Marines to defeat these shifting threats is critical. Because the need to ensure stability for our nation has never been greater.
Sending coordinates now.
When there are battles to win for America's future, there is one constant: Marines.
We're back live at Jackson High School, and the score at the half is Jackson 36 and Arlington 26. So a 10-point lead at the half, and it was a 10-point lead, 23-13 at the end of the first quarter. Looking at the scoring for Arlington, their leading scorer is two of them, actually. Leighton Martin and Silas Miller each have 8 points. Martin had all of his in the first quarter, but he made some key plays in that second quarter. Also, Jackson Trotter, who came in the second quarter, with 6 points, 2 for Jake Willis, 2 for Buddy Cowie, and actually 2 for him, and 0 for 0 from the line as the Eagles get set to go. Over on the other side, Ryan McPherrin with 10 points, 6 for Trey Hawkins, 20 for Drew Pepin. He had 15 in the first quarter. So they've had 3 scores in this game, and Arlington's had 4. Over on the left side, nailing the basket that time, is Jake Willis. He's got 5 points in the game, and it's a 7-point lead for Jackson. Their biggest lead in the game has been 13 points, which they had in the second quarter. That's knocked out of bounds as Jackson now going from left to right in their white uniforms, Arlington in the blue uniforms. Mark Aucutt, Todd Elvig, and Tom Lafferty will stop by in the fourth quarter. We're going to talk some sports with him. There it is, Ryan McFerrin. He has really had a balanced scoring tonight as he had 4 points in the first quarter, 6 in the second quarter. Adds 2 right there. He's got 12. Jackson gets it. Fourth turnover by Arlington.
Oh,
now
look at that.
Jackson turns it over. That's 4 for them, even up in that category. Arlington going they got 2 guys in the air. That was a smooth-looking move right there by Jake Willis. One of the starters for Arlington, Leighton Martin, also out there. He's playing with 2 fouls. 2 fouls for Silas Miller, 1 for Jackson Trotter. Fun to watch this guy fade away. Oh, man! He is feeling it tonight. 22 points and a 9-point lead there for the Jackson Timberwolves here in Mill Creek. STSPN.com, and appreciate all the viewership tonight. We got backdoor. There it is. That's a couple of those for Leighton Martin. He had a reverse in the first half that was a really nice, beautiful shot. There's another beautiful shot. That's Trey Hawkins. He's got 9 points. That's his first 3-pointer. The rest were 2s. We've seen some great shooting tonight. And real confident shooting, too. It's a 10-point lead for Jackson. He rolls in, count the basket, and 1. The Jackson able to crank that lead up to a little bit more now. Let's see if they officially, when they get that, they're conferring there near midcourt. 2 of the 3 officials.
Oh, he didn't have
Kate
the
Hunter
dance
called
fever
for
this
the foul. His first team. 1 shot coming up for Trey Hawkins. Now, Hawkins made the basket, and the foul shot is good. Jackson is now 5 for 5. The other 4 shots out of 4 were made by Drew Pepin in the first half. Stolen away. Turnover number 5 for Arlington. Here they go. A little too hard. Oh, there's Ryan McFerrin right there. The 6'7" wonder. We got a timeout called on the floor. That's going to, looks like a full. Arlington, they're going to go 30 instead. So the score is 48-33. 15-point lead is the biggest in the game for Jackson. We'll be right back.
For 45 years, Snohomish County homeowners have relied on Home Comfort Alliance for heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical because of their award-winning customer service. Thousands of reviews reference Home Comfort Alliance as professional, knowledgeable, efficient, and technicians who are courteous, and they take the time to explain things. For all your home comfort systems, call 1-833-COMFORT and make your life more comfortable with Home Comfort Alliance.
Welcome back here to Jackson High School. A 15-point lead for the Timberwolves. 5:50 to go in the third quarter as this one moving along at warp speed. Arlington into front court. Off the rim. Jackson with the rebound, and the other direction. There's McFerrin inside. He's been automatic. 6 points in the third quarter. He's got 16 in the game, and the feed that time from Pepin, who has 22 points. So that is a total of 38 of the 50. That was way outside. It looked like it might go in, though. It hit the front side of the rim. It was straight on the money. No whistle except until it goes out of bounds. Now it's a 17-point lead. Is Jackson in control of things. For Arlington, they will have Ryan Miller coming in, the senior. And coming out is Billy Cowie. Jackson inbounds on the left side of the baseline. Almost intercepted. Serious contact there. McFerrin tried to go with some range that time. That one was not far off for the big guy. Arlington into front court. Good looking dribble right there.
Yeah, he's a player.
Yeah, he really is. And that is Jackson Trotter. McFerrin gets whistled for his second foul. First team foul here against Jackson in the third quarter. At the foul line will be Jackson Trotter. He's 1 for 1 from the line. So Arlington was 1 for 1 from the line. There's a foul shot make. Eight points scored by the Eagles in the third quarter. Takes his time. He's got full ritual there, and the next one is good. There's a young man who has practiced his foul shots because you can really tell, Todd, by how they approach it and the rhythm at the foul line. That was always something we were taught. Know your rhythm and stay with it. Oh, beautiful. Trey Hawkins, he's having a big quarter. He's got 8 points in the quarter, 14 in the game. So Jackson has just 3 scores, and they're all in double figures. Talk about efficiency. Dropping it in is Leighton Martin. 4 in the quarter, 12 in the game. He had the other 8 in the first quarter. 4:22 to go, third quarter here. As Jackson looks to bring it out of backcourt, it's a 15-point lead. Biggest lead has been 17. Jackson playing a little keep away as they run some time off the clock. Look for the right shot. Yeah, just a bit short that time. Leighton Martin gets the rebound. He's quick. He's coming out of backcourt. Look out. McFerrin, he's cranking up those rebounds. And, of course, Todd, the deeper we get into this game, the more we start thinking about the adrenaline fundraising player of the game. And we have the parent of the game, too. Is that correct?
Well, we do, but the shirts haven't gotten here.
They're not here yet. They're on order. So Ryan McFerrin with the basket. And I'll tell you, McFerrin coming through, and it is a 17-point lead again. Timeout on the floor. This is a 60-second timeout. We'll be back with more here on STSPN.com.
McDaniel's Do-It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do-It-Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
Welcome back here. 54-37 the score. The Timberwolves on top by 17 points. And this is STSPN.com. Eagles will have the basketball. So still plenty of game to go, but Jackson has been the supreme team in this one here as they've led throughout virtually most of it. Once they hit double figures at 11-9, they've just pulled away and continue to add to it. There's a soft touch floater in the lane. 6 points for Leighton Martin here in the quarter, 14 in the game. He is by far the leading scorer for Arlington. Next closest would be Jackson Trotter and Silas Miller, each with 8. Looks like the foul is against McFerrin. McFerrin with his third foul, team foul number 2 with 3:02 to go in the third quarter here at Jackson. It's STSPN.com. We got action tomorrow night, too. That is Leighton Martin. He has 8 points to match the 8 he had in the first quarter. Having himself a real solid ball game. And he's done doing some good ball distributing, too. That's going to be a 2-shot foul. It's going to be called against Cade Hunter. His second foul. Team foul should be number 2 against Arlington, and is. So heading to the foul line will be Trey Hawkins. Hawkins having a great quarter. He's got 8 points, 1 for 1 from the line so far. And Jackson is 5 for 5 overall from the line. That is not going to find a hole down the middle. Now into the game is Joseph Eichhorn. Next one coming up. And the rebound and basket by Henry Johnson. So Hawkins went 0 for 2 on that trip to the line. It's a 15-point lead for Jackson. With the runner is going to be Jackson Trotter. He's got 4 in the quarter, 10 in the game. Really a presence out there, Todd, in the second and third quarters. He came in and, like you said, he's a player off the bench, a junior. You like to have that kind of depth.
Yeah, he has no quit in him.
2:13 to go in the third quarter. 13-point lead Jackson. That's off the backside. Now, if Jackson cools down some on this shooting, you're going to see Arlington, especially the way they've been going inside with the smaller players, that's going to go out of bounds. You're going to see Arlington creep back into this one.
Yeah, I think that this really comes down to coaching. You know, first game of the year, these guys are looking at different players. And just really excellent play calling.
Yeah, we got a couple of excellent coaches in the building with combined 39 years of head coaching experience in Wesco. Oh, look at that. That is Leighton Martin on a superb pass by Trotter. And the quickness of Arlington is what's keeping them in this game, Todd.
Absolutely. You know, it always impresses me how they can run and dribble and have somebody in their way at the same time.
Yeah. Offensive foul against Jackson, so guess what? Arlington can cut the lead to single digits here. That foul is going to be called against Pepin, his first. Team foul number 3 here in the third quarter. So let's see what happens here. Pull-up jumper. Oh!
My.
Did he get the bounce on that or what? That is Leighton Martin having himself a huge quarter. We got a timeout called. It's only an 8-point lead for Jackson. Keep in mind, they led by 17 earlier in the quarter. That's a 30 called by the Timberwolves. We'll be back in about 30.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Welcome back. This is the 30th year of Jackson High School. I remember when it opened. That was 1994. We have historian Brenda Black here. Always can go to her for what is needed on the history of Jackson High School. She's been here 28 of those 30 years as the head athletic trainer. Jackson in the front court, up by 8 points. That's it. 1:04 to go, third quarter. Wide open. Nope. Leighton Martin, great outlet, too far.
Oh.
Too far. 7
That
turnovers
was
for
an amazing
Arlington.
pass, though. That was
He sees the court really well, whether it's the short side of it in the offensive end or the full court. Really impressive to watch him. Ryan McFerrin's back in. He's got 8 in the quarter, 18 in the game. Leighton Martin has a great quarter going. He's got 13 points, 21 in the game. As Jackson will come out of backcourt.
Love that.
How about that across the way? That's going to give it back to Jackson. Exactly what we were talking about earlier, Todd, with Arlington, their quickness and confidence, too. They're playing with a lot of poise out there. Leighton Martin, he should have maybe not shot that one. Forced it. Oh. And look at that. They get 2 cracks at it against a much taller Jackson team. Up fake. And what's going to happen here? He's got it. That's Cowie. He's got 2 1/4, 4 in the game. And it is a 6-point game. 15 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Jackson was up by 17. And now we got another turnover.
That foul, that last foul, not this one, but the last one, that was a silly foul. Anyway.
This is just, yeah. Jackson's just coming unhinged here. Coming back in is Silas Miller. Jackson seeing that the Arlington fans are totally into this one. Jackson fans kind of wondering what happened. The air definitely coming out of the balloon. 8.3 seconds to go, and with the smart play we've seen from Arlington, you can expect something to happen. Look at that. Leighton Martin, I mean, he had a great step-in move, but didn't quite. Oh! He didn't have enough on the first one. He got enough on the second one. What a quarter he's having. Basket is good. Foul is on McFerrin. 4 fouls on McFerrin. And Leighton Martin with just a tremendous quarter, 15 points. So you've got 14 fouls against Jackson, 2 against Arlington. 2.2 seconds to go here in the third quarter. And Martin's at the foul line. His first trip to the line comes way out of there. And Martin gets the rebound, hands off. That would have counted had it gone in. And we are at the end of 3 quarters. This one's turned into a barn burner now. It is Jackson 56, Arlington 52. We got a great fourth quarter coming up for you on STSPN.com.
SWCC is an acronym, and it stands for Special Warfare Combatant Craft Crewman.
You know, you can stand across from the guy and say, you know what, he's got your back. And, you know, that's the guy you're counting on. If something goes wrong, he's going to be there.
In the end, we're fighting for each other.
Here on the team, you know, about 22 of us on the boat. You know them personally, so you know exactly whose life you have in your hands.
Everyone's come together, and everyone's sole mission is to do their job individually as best they can to benefit everyone else in the boat.
I got a brotherhood, and it's a real brotherhood, and it's a loyal and honest brotherhood, and that's what matters.
We are back live here at Jackson High School. Live and in color on your screen there. I understand from quality control down there with Deborah Page Larson that it is going really well as far as picture and audio. So we thank Magnolia Quality Control for keeping us on top of things.
Now, does she have the guard dogs with her?
She does have the guard dogs with her that actually oversee all the equipment down there. 2 Boston Terriers. There we go. Arlington picks off. Now look at this. In the front court. Rolled out of there. Jackson's got their work cut out for him because Arlington clearly has the momentum now. 7:25 to go right here in the fourth quarter. It's just a 4-point lead for Jackson and a tremendous quarter for Leighton Martin in the third. He had 17 points, and he has a total of 25 for the game. Foul this time is going to be called against Jackson Trotter, his second foul. First team foul, out of bounds, T-Wolves. 4-point lead for Jackson. Mark Aucutt, Todd Elvig here with you on STSPN. The talented Sarah Elvig taking care of the camera work. She's been at this for a while, hasn't she?
She is, and she has got a interview with a Northwest ambulance.
Oh, good for her.
Something like that.
Foul's going to go against Silas Miller, his third. Team foul number 2 against Arlington. So now she went through the EMT training, correct?
Correct.
Inbound pass for Jackson. We're going to get the official name of who she's got an interview with.
I did get it right. Northwest Ambulance.
Northwest
A little
Ambulance.
shout out for them.
Yeah, they do great things. Okay, we have the ball knocked out of bounds, and it is going to be Arlington ball. They're down by 4 points. So Sarah went to Everett Community College and then trained there for her EMT, and we're very happy about that.
Absolutely. Of course,
Jackson
I might
coming
have
out
to
of backcourt.
schlep my own gear.
Yeah.
She gets the job.
Ooh, that's a good point. Or you have the talent help you out.
Yeah. We've got people. Get the guys in the truck to help out.
Yeah, the guys in the truck. That foul is going to be called against Jackson Trotter. That will be his third. Team foul number 3. Now, here we go, Todd. We start to see Arlington accumulate some fouls. That's team foul number 3 underneath. McFerrin with the shot. He's got 20, 10 in the second half. He has been Mr. Consistency throughout this game. 4 in the first, 6 in the second, 8 in the third. Now 2, make it maybe 4. No, broken up. Leighton Martin knocks it away. Martin, a junior. He is just a talented basketball player.
He was trying to sell that.
Yeah, he was. Timberwolves will inbound. Oh, picked off by Martin.
Look
I
at
just
that.
kind of watch, and you can see him reading the play right there behind the back, doing it all himself. Maybe a little bit too much there. He had a man over to his right, maybe should have dumped it off. And so there is a basket by Williams. That's his first 2 in the game. He started, has a couple of fouls. 60-52, Jackson by 8. 5:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Just watching that ball movement. Now, I think Martin might be getting a little bit tired because he's missed a couple of shots that indicate, he's just been a spark plug.
Love that.
We got held ball there, and that is going to be Jackson ball. We got a timeout on the floor. 5:20 left to go in the fourth quarter. Is a full timeout? We'll take a full timeout also. Getting back to it right here, and there's Leighton Martin. He loses a handle on it. I think he's starting to do a little bit too much and needs to dish off. He's just having a fabulous game, but you're getting deeper into this one. It's an 8-point lead for Jackson. We got another timeout? I think Arlington calling the timeout this time. It's at 30. Why don't we go ahead and keep it right here? By the way, nice ad by the Marines right there. You got I want to talk about our sponsors. You've got the U.S. military, Army, Navy, and Marines. And, Todd, you served 12 years in the Navy, which I have great respect for. And Veterans Day a couple of weeks ago, thank you for your service.
Yeah, no, I miss that sometimes.
Yeah, I'll bet. And you served tours. Tell us about where you went in the military.
Well, I went to about 39 different countries.
Incredible.
And did 3 tours in Desert Storm.
That's amazing. Well, thank you very much for what you did to protect our country. So we've got the military on board. We've got Washington Officials Association. And I'll tell you right now, hey, if you want to do something that really gives you an opportunity to be involved in the community, be involved in sports, make some extra money at the same time, it's a win-win-win situation. Why don't you call them at Washington Officials Association, give Jeff Madsen a jingle, and see if you can get on board doing that. We need more officials at the high school and collegiate level and junior high, all over the place.
Yeah, in fact, we'd like to thank Jeff Madsen for sending us the updated schedule.
Fantastic. Yeah, Jeff's a great guy. He's like our, guys they have on Fox or ABC, CBS, NBC. He is our interpreter of rules. We go out to network headquarters. Leighton Martin, been throwing up a couple of 3 balls, and they're only down by 8. 4:28 to go here in the fourth quarter. I'm not sure we're going to see Tom Lafferty because I know I look up there, he's transfixed with what's going on in this game.
Oh, yeah, he's up there with Joe Boyard.
Breaking some bread, enjoying each other's company, watching this excellent, highly entertaining basketball game. Drew Pepin now 24 points after that one. What a night he is having. Officially, the other leading scorer is Leighton Martin. We got that set. 23 points for him. And we got a foul. Player knocked down on the court. And that's going to go Hawkins getting the foul. First team foul. Arlington will have the basketball. Checking back in is number 33, Billy Cowie. And Arlington's going to inbound in front court. Down by 10 now. They had it down to 4 points after trailing by 17 in that third quarter. They just turned it on. They have to do some more. That's a hard part of playing catch-up. Leighton Martin, he's been having some struggles inside. Missed his last 5 shots, 3 inside and 2 outside.
You notice the big guys don't go to the floor, though.
No. They keep it up, and if anything, they'll step. There's McFerrin. He has it to go too long on him. 9 turnovers for Jackson now, and a whistle.
That's smart play right there. He knew he was fouled, and he threw it anyway.
That foul is going to be against Henry Johnson, his second foul. Second team foul as Arlington will inbound. Clock has definitely become a factor. 3:13 to go in the fourth quarter. This goes the other direction as Arlington now tries to make it work. There's Leighton Martin, takes it to the rack. Count it! Gets that one in there. He's got 25. Count the basket, and the foul is going to be against Henry Johnson, his third. Team foul number 3. So each team has 3 team fouls. Martin goes to the foul line. He is 0 for 1, now 1 for 2. So they cut it down to a 7-point deficit. Coming into the game will be Cade Hunter. He replaces Silas Miller. Miller playing with 3 fouls. Trotter's got 3. 2 for Leighton Martin, 2 for Cade Hunter. And on the other side, McFerrin has 4 fouls. Seamus Williams with 2 as Arlington puts some press on. And there's going to be a foul as he tries to inbound. No, is it? It looks like it's finally coming. That's going to be called against Leighton Martin, his third. His team foul number 4. He's got to watch that because he is definitely a catalyst out there for Arlington. And now he's got 3 of them on him. He had the first 2 in the first half. So they now have 3 players with 3 fouls on him. 3:02 to go, fourth quarter. Jackson leads this one 62-55. And Arlington's going to be needing some push here to try to get that ball back and cut the deficit some more. Martin putting on a strong defense, but Williams able to break it. T-Wolves in the front court. Good defense keeps them shut out outside the arc. Maintains possession. Almost intercepted. Off the top. It goes past the superstructure. You pointed at me. I go, yeah, I'm going to say it. Arlington basketball. So they get another crack at it here. 2:34 to go, fourth quarter, as the Eagles will come out of backcourt. And it's a 7-point deficit. Jackson is led by as much as 17 here in the half. Leighton Martin. Oh! Behind the back. Maybe he wasn't quite ready for that. But I'll tell you what, Leighton Martin was. He put it right in his hands. Out of bounds. Jackson's going to have it. Leighton Martin's just been a blast to watch tonight, and generally, overall, he's just been a lot of fun. So has Drew Pepin, who has 24 points. Jackson will inbound down to 2:20. I would say if Jackson holds on, there he is right there. That's who I'm looking at.
Oh,
Player
there's
of the
some
game.
traveling there.
McFerrin drops it in. He's got 22. Well, it could be either Pepin or McFerrin.
I saw you trying to sort that out.
Well, one's got 24. Oh, that's a great-looking play right there. That's Leighton Martin. He has 5 in the quarter, 28 in the game. He's got the game high. 64-57, 150 to go now here in the fourth quarter. Pull-up jumper, rims out of there. McFerrin, he had a hand on it, and then it's tossed away. Jackson with 10 turnovers. There's Leighton Martin. Oh, he almost had it, and that would put him over 30 points. Now the Wolves coming out of backcourt. T-Wolves. Wolves across the front of their jersey. This foul is going to be called against Cade Hunter, his third. Gives him 4 players with 3 fouls. That's team foul number 5. So that's going to bring 2 shots. Heading to the foul line is Trey Hawkins. He's got 14 points, 4 in the first, 2 in the second, and he had 8 last quarter, 14 big ones. And it's still a case where Jackson only has 3 players that have scored. McFerrin has 22, Hawkins with 14, and Drew Pepin with 24. No, Henry Johnson also got a basket. He's got 2.
How tall is that number 5 guy?
Number 5 for Jackson?
Yeah.
He is 6'6".
Timeout, Jackson. 60-second timeout.
Jackson calls the timeout. 9-point lead for the Jackson Timberwolves. And we'll be back with more right after this timeout. Welcome back as we are winding down here in this one, and it got tight. It got to 56-52 after it was a 17-point lead for Jackson, but time is definitely a factor. Tall Tom's going to have a seat right in front of us, but he said, if this becomes a barn burner, which it did, I'm just going to not interrupt your flow down there. Oh, that was from way out. So that's an NBA 3. There we go. T-Wolves in the front court. 1:15 to go, fourth quarter, in overplay. Going to be a foul called against Trotter. That's his 4th. That'd be 2 shots. So, again, once they hit 5 fouls, it's automatically 2 shots. And up to that point, you're going to get 2 shots when you're shooting. There's no more 1-and-1. I do kind of like this a lot. I think it just keeps the flow of the game going.
Yep.
It really does.
Now, KRKO is going to be down at Husky Stadium then this weekend.
That is correct, and so will I. KRKO will be broadcasting the Graham Kapowsin Lake Stevens championship game for 4A. That's going to rim out of there, 1:05 to go. Now we might see some fouling by Arlington. No, they're going to put some heat on, but there's a blocking foul. That's going to be against Martin. That's going to be his 4th foul. So, I'm going to be doing public address for that with my spotter, Howard Ambergy. We are going to be up. It's about 10 stories high for the Husky press box.
No, I'm not going to.
Got that coming up. And then Tom is going to be with his color announcer, too.
Yeah, and KRKO is free.
Yeah,
But if you want to watch it, that's going to cost you.
that's right. It is streaming, but I would suggest they go with KRKO and the great broadcast team of Tom Lafferty and his crew.
Oh, absolutely.
Now it's 68-57 now. There's a long one. But who do you think for player of the game? I think McFerrin has been really good. Oh, that's way outside. That's a beautiful shot. Pepin with the three-pointer. Or excuse me, that on the other direction. Leighton Martin got that, and that is 8 points for him. 31 in the game. 31.8 seconds left, and it's just a matter of what the score is going to be. It's just very hard to make up, especially if he gets these foul shots, or at least one of them. It is a 3-possession game right now, but hey, you never know. Now you got to
you don't. I mean, 30 seconds in basketball. I mean, that's
starts to get into basketball eternity. Now it's a full 3-possession game. It would take 3 3-pointers to pull this one out. Leighton Martin, down it goes. There's one of them. Wow, what a game he's having. I think Martin, he knocked it out of bounds. That was so close to a foul, and he's playing with 4 fouls. It's a 6-point lead for Jackson, 18.6 to go. By the way, you got the new computer, which is just a absolute beauty, but you also got new headsets for us.
Well, that was just for you.
Oh, I really appreciate that. You know, the bond is deep. We're going to go the other direction. So that one is called against Jake Willis, his second foul.
And Tom thinks they're for him too. But
well, I don't mind sharing.
Yeah.
He's definitely deserving. These are great. Audio Technicas. That shot is good. Well, Trey Hawkins adding to his point total. He's up to 15. Now, McFerrin had 22, 27 for Pepin. He set the tone early with 15. It's almost co-MVP time. What do you think? Air ball. 8-point lead, Jackson. They got this one. They're going to win it. 71-63. What a night. That was a highly entertaining game. No question about that. Very entertaining. These teams definitely played well against each other. You got to hand it to Arlington coming back like that. After being down by 17, cutting the deficit to 4 points. And, of course, Jackson and the way they were shooting the lights out. Leighton Martin, a tremendous performance for the Arlington Eagles. He had a great game. Just kept lighting it up. 34 points for him. 34. Game high. And it was just really a lot of fun. There is an exciting player right there. A lot of great future in front of Leighton Martin's life. I'll tell you that right now. Smart player, too. I got a hunch he's a good student.
I would imagine.
You know, that's the thing, too, is that you definitely love the athleticism and the play they have, but
What
also
number you got?
We could go with Pepin. He had 15 points in the first quarter. We could go with McFerrin. He was consistent. I think I'm going to go with McFerrin. Number 0. So we are going to take a quick break, and then we'll come back with the post-game show, and we are going to talk
it's going to be
Ryan McFerrin. You better get on it.
Somebody and tell him to bring him out.
Where's the big guy? There's the big guy, right? No, go ahead and get 4. Get 4.
Take him.
We're going to go. We're going to make it.
Too late.
Did she go? She's going to get him.
Yep.
He's going to get him. Okay. So poor Drew Pepin. He thought it was him, but I'll tell you what, it was so close. When you go to pick him, if we were handing out player of the game, he would be right there. But I think because McFerrin was so consistent with his scoring all night and his rebounding, we have him for 13 rebounds. So he had a double-double. That's a big night.
Yeah.
You want to take a quick break? Oh, here he comes right now. So Ryan McFerrin, we're going to bring him on.
Yep.
We're going to get you on, Ryan, right away.
Step down one because you're way too.
At 6'7",
yeah,
you may need to go down 2.
There you go.
So,
yeah.
Ryan, just a fabulous game out there. Now, bring your mic up just a little bit. You were just a presence out there, both offensively with your scoring consistently through the game, and then your great rebounding tonight. We had you for 22 points, 13 rebounds, unofficially. Tell us about coming out tonight, getting rolling to start the season. Here we go. We got to bring him up. Go ahead and start it. Go ahead and start up again.
I think our team played great collectively. We had a great game. My friend Drew, he went off in the first quarter. I don't know how much he had, but he was doing great. He made my job easy down in the post. And yeah, my teammates made my job easy, that's for sure.
That's good. Good thing we got a new set of headphones. We'll get those for next time out there.
But get the dust out of this thing.
Yeah, no kidding. But you guys came out, and initially Arlington got rolling, got the first 4 points, and then you guys kicked it into gear. And once you got ahead, that was it, except for late in the game.
I think we just had to get our nerves out of the way, and then once we got our nerves out of the way.
That's what I was thinking, too, because, with getting the start of the season, and, that's for us, too, getting up to speed for the first night. So how long have you been playing hoops?
I've been playing since, the 4th grade, so.
Yeah.
It makes it easy when you're tall, that's for sure.
Well, it's, that's true, but not only that, but just your athleticism in there, too, and presence as to knowing what was going on. I mean, you got a really great awareness inside.
Thank you.
Yeah, and so how you've been playing with these guys for quite a while?
I would say this is a big change from last year. Last year we had 7 seniors that we lost, and I think the only 2 starters from last year are me and Trey, the point guard. So.
But I mean, as far as knowing these guys,
knowing these guys, we're good friends off and on the court. So.
That's fantastic. Well, Jackson, always well coached, and that's another part of it. You got a coach who's been there for 22 seasons.
He's a great coach.
Yeah,
that's
and
what he's talking about.
What about the school? You like going here to Jackson? I guess that's a dumb question.
Jackson. I love Jackson.
Yeah. Well, why don't you spread that out for? We'll get you on social media. You got Adrenaline Player of the Game right there. How about that? Adrenaline Fundraising Player of the Game. Hopefully, we got the right size for you. Why don't you hold the backside out too? Because as seen on STSPN.com,
that's right.
I'll tell you, our graphic artist went overboard this year. But okay, so age-wise, you're a senior.
Yeah.
Have you committed to play somewhere, or do you want to play somewhere?
I've been talking to a few D2 colleges, but I haven't committed anywhere yet.
Okay.
I'm just keeping my.
I could definitely see you there.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you fill out a little bit more as you get.
I know. I need to get in the.
You will
for sure.
Yeah, you will. And hey, man, thanks a lot. I
Thank
appreciate it. And we look forward to seeing Jackson more as the season goes along. We got over 40 broadcasts, so we'll have you guys on plenty.
Yeah.
All right, that is Ryan McFerrin. And he had just a fabulous game with 22 points, 13 rebounds, and was a presence all night long, really. He was a key factor out there. Honorable mention goes to Drew Pepin. And, Todd, we get rolling tonight, and you got plenty coming up. Tomorrow night, we're going to be a doubleheader. We've got girls and boys. Now, this is pretty interesting what we have coming in because we've got a game with a college coming up tomorrow.
Yeah,
tell us about
they're
that.
Coming from Australia. In fact, these kids are going to be playing a bunch of teams on the West Coast, and then they're taking the opportunity to visit Alcatraz and Fisherman's Wharf, and maybe one of the homeless camps down there. But in L.A., I think they're going to stop at Disneyland. And
well, it's great they're getting a chance. Now, are they playing basketball? And this is Tennyson Woods College out of Australia.
Correct.
So we're going to dig into that tomorrow. We're going to talk to some people before the game and get a feel as to what they think of coming over to the United States, what they think about this opportunity of playing against Glacier Peak and other schools. And I think it's great for Glacier Peak, too, that the coaches and such put this together because that is essentially a play-up if you're playing a college team and to get your season going. Or at least depends on the level of this team from Australia. But, or at least an even match against the college players.
Oh, we missed that.
Somebody hit a half-court shot?
Three-quarter court.
Three-quarter court. Was that Tom Lafferty that threw that one up?
Yeah.
I think that might have been. But anyway, so
is a stretch because I think that they're I think that they
Like
are
a prep school?
right.
Okay.
I think that's what they call it there. I don't know.
I think you're right. I think down in Australia, New Zealand, they will call it that. I'm sure Debbie will clarify that at quality control. But it was nice to have her involved. And I'll tell you, Todd, I had a blast tonight. This game just rolled right along. This game, especially with the new foul policy, it just had an excellent flow tonight. We saw great shooting, great rebounding, and the guy that just blew me away out there was Leighton Martin for Arlington. He had 34 points, and not just that, but the actual great plays he made with his passes, wraparounds, and finding his teammates and the defense he played. He had a really complete game. We picked a player of the game from the winning team, but he was as much a player of the game as anybody out there.
Absolutely. And I think that they just have to get their feet underneath them to playing against taller players. But the energy there is just off the hook. You know, it's their first game of the year. I think that they're going to go deep.
I agree. And they're well coached, Arlington, with Nick Brown in his 17th year, his 30th at Arlington. And we know what a great job Steve Johnson does for Jackson. We got a great, fun season coming up ahead, and we're just getting started. It goes all the way into March, and we're excited to be bringing you the action here on STSPN.com.
Yeah, and we'd like to do a little shout out to Jackson and the Everett School District for sponsoring us and bringing us in here. I mean, they have done a lot for us to help promote us. So, I mean, that's very good.
Now, I do want to thank all our sponsors, Adrenaline Fundraising, our presenting sponsor, Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952. Sally Petty Agency for American Family Insurance, Mike and Jason Bickford at Bickford Ford, Grit Handcrafted Wood, proud parent sponsor, Larson Brothers, Home Comfort Alliance, and serving Snohomish and King County, McDaniel's Do It Best Hardware, STSPN sponsor since the first year of 2010. Monster Energy Drink, the U.S. military, Army, Navy, and Marines, and Washington Officials Association representative, the great Jeff Matson. Hit the like button if you enjoy this content, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, stspn.com. But you don't have to subscribe. You can watch anywhere, always free, no subscription. So
That's right.
You just get some inside trivia of Todd when you subscribe.
That's right.
There you go. You'll find all that military stuff out about him. How many kids? And you are a grandpa now.
I am. Did you see that? That's just.
I did.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So we're wrapped up here. We will talk to you again coming up very shortly tomorrow night. We got the doubleheader at Glacier Peak for Todd Elvig, Sarah Elvig. I'm Mark Aucutt saying good night, everybody. Winning is for tonight, but sportsmanship is for a lifetime. Talk to you tomorrow.